Holy shit, is this film an adrenaline rush. Under my spotlight today, Hardcore Henry. So the first thing to say is this film is essentially a video game. From how it's filmed, how its story is laid out, to how the action scenes are done. Hell, there's even a turret section. Now this is filmed completely in first person, which may turn some people off as the constant motion of the camera can be disorientating and can make certain scenes hard to read. But overall it's done very well and is an interesting gimmick that definitely separates it from other action films. The action scenes can range from either brilliantly choreographed, brutal and satisfying to a complete mess. But more than not, it leans to the former than the latter. And honestly, when I say this film is brutal, it really is. From head explosions to nut crushing, this film is not for people with weak stomachs. The story of this film is fairly simple, as it seems to be a homage to first-person shooter video games like Call of Duty, and its hints can range from slaps in the face like guided set pieces to slight hints like always being near something useful whenever the need arises. For any other film, I would count this as a con, but for this feature, it makes sense, as this film rarely takes itself seriously, and no character in this film encapsulates this as much as Sharlto Copley's character Jimmy, who fills in the guide character slash comic relief, without wanting to ruin any plot points. Every time he turned up was a new and interesting surprise. The villain, however, was very hit or miss. While imposing and intimidating once you find out what he's capable of, most of his dialogue fell slightly flat, which is honestly my complaint with a few of the actors, but it wasn't distracting and was decent overall. Honestly, the closest thing I can compare this to is maybe John Wick for its video game-esque feel and world I want to see more of, or the Crank films for the who gives a shit, it's just violence attitude. I can't recommend this film enough, especially for action lovers, and while the first person view is a deal breaker for most, it interested me and the pros outweighed the cons overall. If you love over the top brutal action, then go see this film, because seriously I want a sequel to the fairly interesting and utterly insane world of Hardcore Henry. Thanks for watching guys, see you next time.